So no scoring in our first half. What will the second half bring as we are now back underway? Oh, some strong running. And they finally get to him out near midfield, but he's all the way across the 45 to the 46.
I'm actually surprised more games aren't tied because the messages of both locker rooms are essentially the same, and it starts with both trying to get a quick start. But one team actually did, but the defensive guys, they can take it right back because this game has been a tug of war all the way through.
On play action, here's Dart, eluding the pressure right. Well, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Right, you don't say that.
A run straight ahead to the champ. And a good run here as he'll run it all the way down to the 40-yard line.
Just go clean it up.
Miami first down on the 14-yard pickup.
First down. First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
A give left side. Here's Champ. And he'll go out of bounds after taking a
long ball and switching and telling shit. When I'm working the job, it's a whole other story.
A 3, second down.
This ain't no crimes.
Brings up second and 7.
Nobody can be prosecuted, but what you ain't gonna do is be getting paid, nigga, for me to do your work.
Here's Dart. His throw incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball.
Nobody should.
And we see yet another errant throw as a result.
That's not about job description or in the contract.
Shoves him aside. He's going to pick up the first down and then some. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. 37 yards. And the Dolphins come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Well, these two teams battled through a scoreless first half. Finally, a breakthrough here in quarter number 3.
And I just wonder how that played for both of them psychologically, because when you battle through a scoreless first half, now you know that every possession is increasingly crucial. Who can put points on the board, make the other team chase? Wonder if you get a lift and if they get deflated a little bit.
For the extra point, Cameron Dicker. And that makes it 7-0 Dolphins. 5 plays there on that drive. And it was finished off by a touchdown catch from Drake London.
Cameron Dicker to kick off.
Like 6 cups.
Now after the Dicker field goal, he's back out ready to send it away. Reed going to bring it out of the end zone. And deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. McKee to throw here. That's to the sideline and incomplete.
Play action is supposed to be used to slow down pressure, slow down blitzes. In this case, though, if it takes a little too long to develop, you have people right in your face.
And lucky just to get rid of the ball with the arm going forward. Could have been a fumble. He finds Hopkins complete. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. McKee. The ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Maybe a little frustration starting to creep in. The offensive line hasn't done a great job of protecting him in this game, and there he was, hit again as he threw it.
Yeah, another time on his backside, probably starting to get a little frustrated.
Got to keep his composure. Can't let the defense know that they're getting to him.
35 yards that time on the punt. And it'll be Dolphin football. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Their defense has pitched the shutout. Now they probably need to deliver a little breathing room, maybe make it a 2-score game as they've got it 1st and 10. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
That is caught. Michael Pittman with it. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. He's got a man. It's his fullback. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Kyle Juszczyk, a 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Dolphins will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd.
Who said that?
Dicker
Your
down to
doctor?
tack on the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it ends with a touchdown for the Dolphins. Here's Dicker now as he'll send this one away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
Exactly right about that, partner. And I know that right now the easy answer would be, hey, let's run the football. But that might not be everything you need. So despite the fact that they've struggled throwing it, they've got to find some type of a play. Multiple plays that puts them on the air and allows for them to have some success.
Key will look to throw it. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. Every week we hear talk about create turnovers. In particular, they wanted to force some fumbles. They got one right there.
And it shows you how the game has changed over time. It used to be good enough for a guy to get a sack of a quarterback in the pocket. Now, if you come to the sidelines and you didn't knock the ball free, your coaches are upset with you. All right, so if you're a quarterback, it starts all the way back in the youth leagues. Take care of the ball, take care of the ball, take care of the ball, because here come the defenders.
Play fake, and here's Dart. This pass is caught by London. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Drake London, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Dolphins get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that
It's like 8 or 9 black kids that they got killed. That's why DLG put out a thing saying who's hanging our children.
They certainly made quick work of that, ultra-quick work.
There have been 4 hangings that I know about within the last 6 months in America.
So after the touchdown, here's Dicker out to kick this one off.
And we stood up there arguing about what
Reed
the
going to bring it out of the end zone. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins.
Your grandma had a pinch of native blood. You could get native had slaves too.
And now they lose the football.
Yeah, partner, things are starting to unravel a little bit for them right in front of our eyes. They're going to be looking for some answers, and quickly.
Off the play fake, it's Dart. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami.
Racism, they learned from their standards.
And the Dolphins are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter. Extra point try now from Dicker. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now.
Makes the score Dolphins 28.
Well, they got the ball in great field position. One play later, boom, end zone.
I gotta push them babies out, right?
Now after the Dicker field goal, he's back out ready to send it away. Reed going to bring it out of the end zone. And he probably wishes he would have sat on that one. Instead, he's only able to get this up beyond the 15-yard line. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
And he's going to lose yardage here, as they will switch ends as time has run out on this third quarter of play. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we've played 3 quarters. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. Back now in Miami. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. And McKee now. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Second time in this game, Charles, the ball has squirted out from his hands. Luckily, his teammate was there to pounce on it.
You're right. Got the lucky bounce, able to retain possession. You know, we often talk about the combine and why do we measure quarterbacks' hands. Is that really a big deal? It's for situations like this. Do you have the hands big enough and strong enough to hold on to the football while being jostled?
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, it certainly feels like that kind of game, doesn't it? No matter what they do, it's going to work. That might be the absolute crusher right there. A punt return for a touchdown.
Feels like there's been a lot of crushers in this game. This lead just gets bigger. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And that makes this 35-0 now.
Cameron Dicker to kick off.
So after surrendering the punt return for a score, let's see what they can do in turn on this kickoff. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Well, you don't see that often. He just mishit it, and it goes out of bounds.
Well, I know sitting up here, and I'm looking at you, and you're looking at me, and I know we're both thinking the same thing. Isn't it easy enough to keep it between the sidelines? Because unless you're intentionally doing it for some reason, well, that's a costly mishit, and now you put your team in a bad spot.
Here's McKee. Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Now it's 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, they run it with Hunt. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. 3rd down and 13. Looking to throw. McKee swings this out for Hunt. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first. Here comes the Saints punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. Fielded at the 20. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Dolphins offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And as we show you some of the highlights from earlier, he has been instrumental in getting his guys the lead as he looks to finish strong and close this one out. Good starting field position for the Dolphins as they have it 1st and 10 at their 38. Here's Achane to start the drive. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Second down and a little more than a yard here. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Second down and a yard. Achane here. They stay on the ground. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Now Achane on 1st and 10. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Taken down at the 41. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Nicely done. Another one up, another one down. Keep grinding and keep racking up those wins.
Who's that? Doctor.
Now, Brock, I think it's safe to say this has been a defensive slobber knocker through two, right? Maybe some points finally on the horizon as we resume play. They'll bottle him up just as he gets it to the 30.
Take over first and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
All right, Miami has its offense set, partner. Here comes first and 10. Takes the handoff, now Dart. Absolutely fires this one, right side. That's grabbed inside the 30. There it is, touchdown Miami.
Take the master real quick. Take the master real quick.
Now it's Cameron Dicker on for the extra point. Accuracy perfect there as it's center cut. And they've broken this tie. They've taken a 7-point lead. Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. And no return here. This is a touchback, and the ball's going to come out to the 20.
At their own 35-yard line.
Pretty good field position here for the Cardinals as they get ready, 1st and 10. They give up the gut to Bigsby. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run. Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10. At the 30.
To the air, Stroud. And a man over the middle. It's Tillman. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. Offense getting set. Here's 1st and 10.
And the Cardinal first down.
Pitch it out to him. Good defensive effort here. Drives them back across midfield onto their own side. Back to their own side of the field now, Brock. This is 2nd and long. A tight end in motion now. From the gun, it's a get to Bigsby. Oh, he loses the football. And the Dolphins pick it up. And that right there is going to be the spot they take over as they pick up a couple extra yards on the fumble return.
We got a close game here, Layden. Both sides of the ball. We're getting the same message from the coaches. Any play could be the impact play that decides this one. And in this case, how about that? It's a literal impact as the big hit forces a clutch fumble.
Good start on the play fake. Taking a deep shot here. Had it for a moment, but the hit jars it loose. Fortunate, Brock, that it did too, because that would have been a big strike otherwise. Instead, just 2nd down. Here goes Dart to the air. And an unforced error. Can't bring that one in. That's going to go as a drop, and that means it's 3rd down. Still 10 yards to get this 1st down as they come to the line. Third and long for him here. Sheds up for Usher. Look at that power, deep left side. They connect on the deep shot. This one's going to move him all the way down to the 25-yard line.
It's a gain of 30.
All right, they look set now. Here we go, 1st and 10.
The Dolphins first down. 1st and 10 at the 20.
They'll go play action. Here's Dart. Pass cut, 9-yard line. And not in just yet. They stop him at the 2. That's going to bring up 1st and goal.
A gain of 22 more yards. That's another Dolphins first down. 1st and goal at the 2-yard line.
Chan will not get past the line. He's held up at the 4. Their dominance against his ground game rolls on, Brock. Add another stop to what's going to be some real nice film for them to watch.
How many times do you think in your lifetime, Kate, you've heard from a defensive coordinator, job number 1 is?
Stop the run.
And they've been doing it.
They go to him again. And he punches this one in. Touchdown, Miami. That was a great response, Brock. After they got driven backwards on 1st down, they go right back to the ground and score just 1 play later.
Yeah, and I think if you and I were in the huddle down there after that first down loss, I think we would have felt a whole bunch of pride. Give me another shot, and boy, did they deliver.
Dicker on now for the PAT. This one splits the uprights. It is good. And they bump their lead up to 14.
Dolphins 14. Cardinals nothing. Cameron Dicker to kick off.
Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. Tank Bigsby here with the return. Ooh, a big lick from the coverage team there. That is going to stop things before they can get it to the 30. The Cardinals back out on offense. Their running back headed out once again. And we always hear running backs say one fumble is too many for a game. Well, he's lost one now. The low point in a game that's had a lot of struggles for him on the ground. First call here coming from the shotgun. On play action, here's Stroud. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up second down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Wilson on the shotgun handoff. He's unable to get away from that tackle. Good work by the defense. Nothing gained on second down.
Taken down at the line of scrimmage.
Third down, and they need to get 10.
And it's 3rd down.
Stroud. Caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! And it looks like the Dolphins have it. A nice takeaway to end that third quarter. And they're going to have a new possession waiting to start the fourth. The Dolphins control possession and the scoreboard as they try to finish out this win. Dolphins just about set up here. 1st and 10. Here's a run by H.N. Kick off our 4th quarter. And they're going to stop him after he wiggles his way forward for 2. The Cardinals decided to use the first of their 3 timeouts. They still have 2 to work with in this final quarter.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
Dart now on 2nd down. And this might be the one that puts it away. Touchdown, Dolphins. Drake London in from 13 yards out. All right, partner, what do you think? Was that a design read, or did he just see space and he was reacting more on the old quarterback instinct there?
Yes. I think yes on both of them, and that play happens so fast that it really is instincts on both sides.
Dicker on now for the PAT. Send right down the middle and good. And lead now 21.
Dolphins 21. Cardinals nothing. Cameron Dicker to kick off.
Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. Return coming from the 6. He lost the football. Oh, and this will be a turnover. It's recovered by the kicking team. 1st and 10, offense going 3 tight ends to the left. On play action with Dunk. Outright, and Ingram makes the grab. And he will take this across. Touchdown, Miami.
That play really had all the elements you're looking for from the tight end, showing that he can stretch that field. If you're out, check. Secure the catch, quickly become a runner, check. And finally go finish that drive off and celebrate with your homeboys.
Dicker on now for the PAT. And we're going to get a timeout here. Jeff Hafley signaling for it. Saw that play clock winding down. May still have 2 to work with in this final quarter. Dicker on now for the PAT. Accuracy perfect there as it's center cut. And they pad their lead by 1.
Cardinals nothing. Cameron Dicker to kick off.
Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. Here's a return from the 7. And this will give him some decent field position here, partner. This gets out to the 30. The Arizona offense ready to get things going again. And as we're being reminded of watching this package, there have been quite a few mad scrambles for the football in this one. It has been put on the deck a lot, and unfortunately, they haven't always been there to make the recovery.
Yeah, I think this is twofold, Kate. I think, number one, this is a defense who has studied its opponent and their tendencies well, knowing there were opportunities to rip the ball out of their hands. And then offensively, this has been a mess. And it's one of those games where it's just error after error after error, and you know they typically come back to bite you.
Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. Shotgun give now to Bigsby. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense. And that play right there, Brock, is this game in a nutshell. No points, but plenty of struggles.
What did the late, great John Wooden used to say? Never confuse activity for achievement. We've not seen much achievement today.
Gave away a couple on the 1st down run. Now it's going to be 2nd and 12. And before the snap, the officials whistle that play dead. We've reached our 2-minute warning. Cardinals trying to do some window dressing. Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Throwing is Stroud. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And it brings up 3rd down. So the frustration spilling over a little bit on that play, Brock, choosing to just get rid of it, even though we did have a receiver in the area.
Yeah, I think that's right. You know, I'll co-sign on that. Frustrating. It's just been that kind of ball game, just not in any rhythm. Really, the defense dictating so much.
Here he goes, 3rd and long. Gets this one away in the nick of time, but the defense still quick enough to alter that throw. It's incomplete, and now it's 4th down.
I can understand still trying to put something together here offensively, find some kind of confidence, because this has been rough, both on the scoreboard and the turnovers. Not the kind of offensive effort they were looking for.
Now can't blame him looking at that scoreboard, right? Might as well go for this on 4th down. Desperation time here. Maybe a bit of desperation. Here's a deep shot. And it's incomplete. They dialed up their best effort, Brock, but they come up empty. That's going to be a turnover on downs. All right, Miami has its offense set, partner. Here comes 1st and 10. Here's A-Chain up the middle. He's on the move past the 15. And stop me if you've heard this before, Brock. They've scored again, and they grow that lead further. He broke the tackle he needed to, Brock. And how about that effort then to keep it going and eventually reach that end zone?
Yeah, that's awesome on the offensive side. Defensively, not every missed tackle is the same. It may be on a stat sheet, but sometimes that help to finish a play isn't arriving quick enough, and you're the only one, the last line of defense. And in that moment, you got to scratch, you got to claw, you got to tear to make the stop. Because a broken tackle can mean a touchdown.
That one right down the middle. And that adds yet another to their lead.
Cameron Dicker to kick off.
Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. He fields it from the 8. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down. The Arizona offense looks ready to go. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Stroud. Nowhere to go with it, and he's planted. They got him at the 16. And it's Jalen Walker. And nice work by the defense to start this drive out. It's a sack on the first play. 2nd down and 19 yards to go after that sack. They give right side. Here's Bigsby. Finds a small seam. That's good for 5. Make it 3rd down.
I don't think anybody was surprised in the building to see a run after the negative play on 1st down. And now at least it keeps you on schedule to get a chance here on 3rd.
They send Tillman in motion right. Now it's Stroud. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means 4th down coming up. The Cardinals out for the punt. Logan Cook, the one to kick it away. Starts from the 44. And he's going to set him up with a pretty short field here, Brock, after getting a big chunk on that return.
At the 30-yard line.
This undoubtedly the final snap of what's already a decided contest. A-Chan, a 1st down carry. He cuts it to the right sideline. And he'll add to their lead on the final play of the game as he's in for the touchdown. Well, that one might not sit so well with everybody down on the field. Heck, maybe some of his own guys, too. But he had a chance at a touchdown as time expired, Brock, and it was just too much for him to resist.
Yeah, it probably will ruffle some of the older school feathers down on the sidelines, but for a lot of the guys coming into this league each year, they're used to it. If there's time left, if you're trying to score, you're going to want to eat, no matter what the game situation is, and they used every last second available.
Great job taking down that ultimate team challenge. Don't relax yet, though. There's always another one to take on.
Narration set to 100. Subtitle scales the volume of the menu narration.